My wife left me to care for her dying ex, returned with his baby. I served her in front of her whole family. Then shut the door in her face. I never thought I'd be writing this, but here we are. 6 years. That's how long Diana and I were married. Good years, mostly. The kind where you're not floating on cloud 9 every second, but you're building something solid. I work in commercial real estate development, long hours, decent money, stressful but rewarding. Diana was a physical therapist, part-time, working with kids mostly. She loved it. We'd been trying for kids ourselves. 2 years of trying. 1 miscarriage that hit us both hard. We were seeing a fertility specialist, doing all the tests, keeping hope alive. It was tough, but we were in it together. Or so I thought. Then the call came. It was a Tuesday night. I was reviewing contracts in my home office when I heard Diana on the phone in the living room. Her voice had this edge to it, shock, maybe grief. I didn't think much of it at first. Family drama, I figured. Her side's always got something brewing. When she walked into my office 20 minutes later, her eyes were red. "Warren's sick," she said. "Warren." Her ex from college. I knew the name, knew they'd dated for a couple years before they broke up. She'd mentioned him maybe twice in our entire marriage. Ancient history. Sick how? I asked. "Cancer. Pancreatic. Stage 4. I put my pen down. "That's rough." "I'm sorry," she nodded, wiping her eyes. "His sister called. Said he's got 4 to 6 months. Maybe less." Damn. We sat there for a minute. I didn't know what else to say. What do you say? It's terrible news, but it's also a stranger to me. Some guy she dated a decade ago. Then Diana said, "He's alone." I looked up. "What do you mean?" "His family. They're estranged. Some falling out years ago. He doesn't have anyone. No one to help him through this." Her voice cracked. "He's scared." I felt the shift then. Something in the air changed. Over the next few days, Diana was distant. Distracted. She'd stare at her phone, scroll through old photos. I caught glimpses. Her and Warren, younger, smiling. College kids. I didn't say anything. Grief's weird. People process it in strange ways. Then she sat me down that Friday night. "I need to go help him," she said. I blinked. "Help him how?" "Be there. He's 3 hours away, in Ashford. He needs someone." She looked at me, and her eyes were pleading. "I can't live with myself if I don't do this. It's the right thing to do." I felt my stomach tighten. "Diana. He's your ex, I know. But he's dying. And he's alone. This isn't about us, it's about him having someone in his final months." She reached for my hand. "It's temporary. Just until it's over. Then I'll come home, and we'll go back to normal." I wanted to say no. Every instinct told me this was a bad idea. But how do you say no to that? How do you tell your wife she can't show compassion to a dying man? What kind of person does that make you? So I agreed. "With conditions. Regular contact," I said. "You call me every few days. You visit on weekends when you can. And we're transparent about everything." She nodded. "Promised." Kissed me. "Thank you. I love you." She left the following Tuesday. Packed a bag, loaded up her car, and drove to Ashford. She texted when she arrived. "Made it. Warren's in rough shape. I'll call you tomorrow." Tomorrow came and went. So did the day after. By the end of the first week, her texts were getting shorter. "Busy day. Talk soon." Then just, "Can't talk now." 2 weeks in, she missed our first planned weekend visit. Texted me Friday night, "Warren's condition got worse. I need to stay." "I'm sorry." I tried calling. No answer. Something felt off, but I told myself I was being paranoid. She was dealing with death, with grief, with an impossible situation. Of course she was overwhelmed. I gave her space. That was my first mistake. Space turned into distance. Distance turned into silence. Week 3, Diana called once. 5 minutes. She sounded exhausted, said Warren's pain was getting worse, that she was spending most nights at the hospital with him. I asked when she'd be home for a visit. She said soon. Didn't give me a date. Week 4, just texts. Short ones. "Can't talk right now. He's having a rough time. I'll call you back." She never did. I tried to be understanding. I really did. I buried myself in work, closed 2 deals, stayed late at the office because going home to an empty house felt wrong. Our house. The one we'd picked out together. The one we were supposed to fill with kids. By the end of the first month, I started calling her family. Her mom, Claudia, answered on the 3rd ring. "Oh, honey, Diana's just doing something beautiful. You should be proud of her." "I am," I said. "But I haven't heard from her in days." "Is she okay?" "She's fine. Just give her space. She needs to focus right now. Space. That word again. I called her dad next. Gordon's always been a man of few words, but this time he was ice. You need to trust your wife, he said. She's doing the right thing. Trust. Right. Diana's younger sister, Iris, didn't even pick up. Just let it go to voicemail. I left 3 messages. Never heard back. They were shutting me out. All of them. I started checking Diana's social media. Nothing. No posts, no updates, not even a like or comment on anything. Her accounts were active. I could see she was online sometimes late at night, but it was like she'd vanished from the digital world. From my world. 2 months in, I broke. It was a Saturday night. I'd been staring at my phone for an hour, debating whether to drive to Ashford myself. Just show up. See what was actually happening. But I didn't. Instead, I called her at 11 p.m. She answered, but there was noise in the background. Music. Not hospital sounds. Not quiet, somber caregiving. Music. And laughter. Hello? Diana's voice was breathless. Hey, it's me. You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I can't really talk right now. Where are you? At Warren's place. Look, I have to go. I'll call you later. Diana. The line went dead. I sat there staring at my phone. Music and laughter. At a dying man's house. At 11 at night. I didn't sleep. I took the next day off work, first time in months, and started looking at flights, rental cars, anything to get me to Ashford. I needed to see her. Needed to know what the hell was going on. Then my phone buzzed Monday morning. A voicemail. From Diana. Her voice was flat. Exhausted. Warren passed away last night. It was peaceful. I need some time to process everything. I'll call you when I'm ready. That was it. No details. No emotion. Just a report. I tried calling back immediately. Straight to voicemail. I texted, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Do you need me to come there? No response. I waited a day. Then 2. Then a week. Nothing. I called Claudia again. She answered this time, but her tone was different. Defensive. She's grieving. Leave her alone. I'm her husband, and you should respect what she's going through right now. She hung up. 3 weeks. 3 weeks of total silence after Warren died. I stopped trying to call. Stopped checking my phone every 10 minutes. Stopped hoping. I started seeing a therapist. Dr. Patel didn't pull punches. You know something's wrong, she said during our second session. You've known for a while. I nodded. So what are you going to do about it? I didn't have an answer then, but I was getting close to finding one. Then, on a random Saturday afternoon 3 months after Diana first left, my doorbell rang. I wasn't expecting anyone. I opened the door, and there she was. Not alone. She was holding a baby. For a moment, I just stood there. Staring. Diana looked thinner. Hair pulled back in a messy bun. Dark circles under her eyes. She was wearing jeans and an oversized sweater I didn't recognize. And in her arms, wrapped in a blue blanket, was an infant. Maybe 2 months old. 3 at most. Can I come in? She asked. I stepped aside. Didn't say anything. What was there to say? She walked past me into the living room, sat down on the couch, our couch, and adjusted the baby in her arms. I closed the door and stood there, arms crossed, waiting. I know you're angry, she started. I wasn't. That was the thing. I felt nothing. Just cold, empty clarity. His name is Warren, she said, looking down at the baby. Warren Jr. Of course it was. Diana took a breath. I need to explain. Then explain. She started talking. Slowly at first, then faster, like she needed to get it all out before she lost her nerve. Warren didn't die right away. He held on for another month after she got there. They spent a lot of time together. Talking. Reminiscing. Old feelings came back. It just happened, she said, like that phrase erased everything. They slept together. Multiple times. She got pregnant. Warren found out a few weeks before he died. He was happy, she said. It gave him peace. Something to leave behind. She kept talking. The baby came early. Warren had been dead for 6 weeks when she gave birth. His family wanted nothing to do with her or the child. Turns out Warren had lied about being estranged. His parents were just done with his mess. Her own family was overwhelmed. Claudia and Gordon already raised their kids. Iris has her own life. Nobody had room for Diana and a newborn. I don't have a job, she said, voice cracking. No money. I've been staying with my parents, but it's not working. I didn't know where else to go. She looked up at me. Tears streaming down her face. I know I hurt you. I know I messed up. But I need help. Please. I didn't yell. Didn't throw her out. Didn't cry. I smiled. Not a big smile. Just a small one. Calm. Almost pleasant. Diana stopped mid-sob. Confused. That's a lot to process, I said evenly. She blinked. Yeah. I know. I walked to the kitchen, poured myself a glass of water. Took a sip. Still smiling. The smile didn't reach my eyes, but she couldn't see that from where she was sitting. Your family knows? I asked, walking back. About all of this? She nodded. They've known for a while. How long? Since before Warren died. They knew I was pregnant. I nodded slowly. Kept smiling. I see. Diana looked like she didn't know what to do with my reaction. She'd probably expected rage. Screaming. Maybe violence. Instead, I was calm. Reasonable. I'd like to meet with everyone, I said. This weekend. Your parents' place. We should all sit down and talk this through properly. As a family. Her eyes widened. Hope flickered across her face. You'd do that? Of course. I sat down across from her. This is a complicated situation. We need to figure out the best path forward. Together. She started crying again. But this time, it was relief. Thank you. God, thank you. I was so scared you'd just shut me out. I kept smiling. We'll figure it out. She stood up, baby still in her arms. I should go. Let you process. But Sunday? At my parents'? Sunday works. I walked her to the door. She paused on the threshold, looking back at me. I really am sorry. I know, I said. See you Sunday. She left. I stood in the doorway, watching her car pull away. The baby carrier in the backseat. Diana wiping her eyes as she drove. I closed the door, and the smile dropped. I walked straight to my desk, pulled out my phone, and scrolled through my contacts. Found the name I needed. Gideon Ross. Divorce attorney. We'd worked together on a real estate deal 2 years ago. Sharp guy. No nonsense. I hit dial. He answered on the second ring. This is Gideon. Gideon, it's me. I need your help. And I need it fast. Tell me everything, Gideon said. I did. The whole story. Diana leaving for Warren. The months of silence. Her coming back with his baby. Her family knowing the whole time. Gideon didn't interrupt. Just listened. I could hear him taking notes. When I finished, he was quiet for a moment. This is clean, he finally said. Adultery. Abandonment. Child that isn't yours. How fast do you need this done? Tomorrow. I'm meeting with her and her family Sunday afternoon. Tomorrow? He let out a low whistle. That's tight. But doable. I'll need you in my office first thing Sunday morning. 7:30. Can you make that? I'll be there. Good. I'll have everything ready. Base divorce. No custody complications. Clean asset division. You're going to walk away from this with everything that's yours. I don't want anything that's hers. I just want out. Even better. See you Sunday. I hung up and sat in the silence of my house. Our house. Except it hadn't been ours for months, had it? Just mine. Waiting for someone who'd already left. I didn't sleep much that night. Not because I was anxious. I wasn't. I felt calm. Focused. Like something that had been broken for months was finally clicking into place. I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, thinking about the last 6 years. The good parts. The trying for kids. The miscarriage. Diana crying in my arms. Me promising we'd get through it together. Funny how those promises work. Sunday morning, I was up at 6. Showered, dressed, grabbed coffee. I got to Gideon's office at 7:20. He was already there. Papers spread across his desk. You weren't kidding about fast, I said. You're a good client. And this case is straightforward. He slid the papers across. Read through everything. Make sure you understand what you're signing. I read. Every line. Petition for divorce on grounds of adultery. Division of marital assets, clean split, nothing contested. Diana waived right to spousal support due to her infidelity. No child custody issues because the child wasn't mine. It was all there. Black and white. The end of a marriage in 20 pages. This is perfect, I said. Sign here. And here. Initial here. I signed. Gideon notarized each page, attached his seal, stacked everything neatly. I'll file these tomorrow morning first thing, he said. She'll be served officially by Wednesday. But you said you're giving her a copy today? In front of her family. They all knew what she was doing. They all stayed quiet. They all expected me to just take her back. Gideon nodded slowly. You're braver than most of my clients. It's not about bravery. It's about making sure they all understand. Her choices are not my responsibility. He handed me a manila envelope. Good luck. I left his office and sat in my car for a minute. The envelope on the passenger seat. Inside was the end of everything Diana and I had built. 6 years, reduced to legal language and signatures. I didn't feel sad. Didn't feel angry. I felt free. I started driving. 20 minutes to her parents' house. I knew the route by heart. We'd spent countless Sundays there. Family dinners. Holidays. Gordon grilling in the backyard. Claudia fussing over us. Playing board games with Iris. All those memories felt like someone else's life now. I thought about Diana sitting there yesterday with Warren's baby. Her tears. Her desperation. Her hope that I'd just fix everything for her. Like I always did. Like I was supposed to. Not anymore. I pulled into the driveway. 3 cars already there. Diana's sedan. Claudia's SUV. Iris's little hybrid. Everyone was here. Waiting for me. Waiting for the reunion. The reconciliation. The moment where I stepped up and played the hero. I grabbed the envelope and stepped out. The front door opened before I even reached it. Claudia stood there, arms wide, smile plastered across her face. "Oh, we're so glad you came," she said, pulling me into a hug I didn't return. Come in. Let's talk about how we move forward as a family." I stepped inside. The dining room was set. Sunday lunch spread across the table. Gordon sat at the head, nodded at me. Iris was perched on the couch, gave me a weak, sympathetic smile. And Diana sat in the armchair by the window, baby in her arms, eyes locked on me. Nervous. Hopeful. Desperate. They'd set a place for me. Right next to Diana. I sat down. Placed the envelope on the table in front of me. And waited. Claudia started before I'd even settled into my chair. "We're all so grateful you came," she said, hands clasped together like she was about to lead a prayer. "This has been such a difficult time for everyone, but family is family. We work through things. That's what makes us strong." Gordon cleared his throat. "A real man steps up when things get hard. Provides. Protects. That's what marriage is about. That's what commitment means." I nodded. Didn't say a word. Iris shifted uncomfortably on the couch. She looked at Diana, then at me, then down at her hands. Claudia kept going. Diana made a sacrifice. She put her own comfort aside to care for someone who was dying. Alone. That takes incredible strength. Incredible compassion. She reached over and squeezed Diana's shoulder. "Not many people would do what she did. She's always been the brave one," Gordon added. "Even when we were kids, she was the one who helped everyone else. That's just who she is." Diana sat there, baby sleeping in her arms, tears forming in her eyes. She looked at me across the table and mouthed, "I'm sorry." Iris finally spoke up, her voice soft. "It must have been so hard for you, Diana. Losing Warren. Becoming a mom. All of it alone. We're here for you now." They were building a narrative. The heroic daughter. The compassionate caregiver. The strong single mother who needed her family's support. And by extension, who needed mine. I let them talk. Listened to every word. Claudia went on about moving forward and what's best for everyone. Gordon threw in comments about doing the right thing and manning up. Even Iris, quiet as she was, nodded along with the script. Finally, Claudia turned to me. "So," she said, her voice gentle but expectant. "What do you think? Can we work through this? For everyone's sake?" The room went silent. All eyes on me. Diana's gaze was locked on mine. Pleading. Hopeful. She shifted the baby slightly in her arms, like a visual reminder of what was at stake. I reached into my jacket, pulled out the manila envelope, slid it across the table to Diana. She stared at it. Confused. "What's this?" "Open it," I said. My voice was calm. Steady. Her hands trembled as she picked it up. She had to adjust the baby to one arm, awkwardly tearing open the envelope with her free hand. Papers spilled out slightly. She pulled them free, eyes scanning the first page. The color drained from her face. "Divorce papers?" Her voice cracked. I nodded. "Signed. Filed Friday. You'll be served officially this week, but I wanted you to have a copy now." Silence. Then Claudia gasped. "What are you doing?" Gordon shot to his feet, his chair scraping loudly against the floor. "You can't just, after everything we just talked about." "I listened," I said, standing slowly. "I listened to all of it." Diana was staring at the papers, shaking her head. No, wait, please." I looked at her. Then at Claudia. Then at Gordon. "She left me to be with him," I said. "Had his baby while married to me. Came back because she had nowhere else to go." I paused. "You all knew. You watched her destroy our marriage and said nothing. Expected me to just. What? Take her back? Raise his kid? Pretend this didn't happen? Claudia's face twisted. She needed you. No, I said. She needed someone. Anyone. I was just convenient. I looked directly at Diana. She was crying now, but it was panic, not grief. Your choices are not my responsibility. I turned toward the door. Diana scrambled up, baby in one arm, reaching for me with the other. Her hand caught my sleeve. Wait, please, where am I supposed to go? I gently pulled my arm free. Didn't look back. That's not my problem anymore. I walked to the door. Opened it. Behind me, the room erupted. Claudia screaming. Gordon shouting something about cowardice. Iris crying. Diana sobbing, begging me to stop. I stepped outside. Closed the door, got in my car, started the engine. In the rearview mirror, I could see Diana standing in the doorway, still holding the baby, her family crowding around her. Claudia's arms were flailing. Gordon was pointing. Iris had her face in her hands. I put the car in reverse, didn't look back again. Just drove. I drove home in complete silence. No music. No radio. Just the sound of the road beneath my tires. When I got back to my house, I walked inside and sat on the couch. The same couch Diana had sat on 2 days ago with Warren's baby. I pulled out my phone and blocked her number. Then Claudia's. Gordon's. Iris's. One by one, deleted. My phone buzzed within minutes. Unknown numbers. I let them ring. Then I changed my number entirely Monday morning. Gideon filed the papers as promised. Diana tried to contest, claimed emotional distress, said she'd been coerced into signing away her rights. Her lawyer was some kid fresh out of law school who took one look at the timeline, the documented adultery, the 3-month abandonment, and advised her to let it go. She didn't listen at first. Dragged it out for 6 weeks. Cost her money she didn't have. In the end, the judge signed off without even requiring a hearing. Fault-based divorce. Finalized. I never spoke to Diana again, but I heard things. You always hear things. Through a mutual friend, someone from my gym who knew Iris, I got fragments. Diana moved back in with her parents. It was a disaster from day one. Claudia couldn't handle the sleep deprivation, the constant crying. Gordon started sleeping in the guest room to escape the noise. They'd thought they were done raising kids. Now they were stuck with a newborn that wasn't even their grandchild by blood. Iris apparently had a massive blowout with Diana one night. Called her selfish. Reckless. Said she'd torched her entire life for a fantasy and expected everyone else to clean up the mess. They didn't speak for 2 months after that. Diana tried to go after Warren's estate for child support. His parents shut that down fast. Turned out Warren had painted himself as the victim to Diana, estranged, alone, abandoned. Truth was, his family had been dealing with his drama for years. Failed businesses. Broken relationships. They'd finally cut him off when he refused to get his life together. When Diana showed up with a baby, claiming Warren as the father, they laughed her out of their lawyer's office. No paternity test while he was alive meant no claim to his nothing estate. She was stuck. No job. No money. A baby she couldn't afford. Parents who resented her. A sister who couldn't look at her. I didn't feel bad for her. I didn't feel anything. I threw myself into work. Closed 3 major deals in 2 months. My boss noticed. Promoted me to Senior Development Director. Better title. Better pay. Better projects. I started running again. Something I'd let slide during the marriage. 5 miles every morning before work. Joined a new gym. Started therapy with Dr. Patel twice a week instead of once. Slowly, the weight lifted. I stopped checking my blocked messages folder. Stopped wondering what Diana was doing. She became background noise. Then she became nothing. 4 months after the divorce finalized, I got an email. She'd found my work address somehow. It was long. Rambling. Full of apologies and regrets. She realized what she'd done. How she'd hurt me. How she'd taken me for granted. She missed me. Not the marriage, me specifically. Could we talk? Just once? For closure? I read it once. All the way through, then I deleted it. Didn't reply. She didn't need closure from me. She needed to live with her choices. I thought about that moment when she first came back. Standing at my door with Warren's baby. The way she'd assumed I'd just fold. Take her back. Fix everything. Be the safety net she could always count on. The smile I gave her that day wasn't cruelty. It was clarity. I'd already decided. The divorce papers were just the formality. People think revenge is about destruction. It's not. It's about boundaries. I didn't ruin Diana's life. She did that herself. I just refuse to be collateral damage. 6 months post-divorce, I'm sitting in a coffee shop on a Saturday morning. Laptop open. Working on a proposal for a new development project downtown. My phone buzzes, a text from Calvin, a friend from work. Drinks tonight? Bringing some people from the office. I smile. A real smile this time. Yeah, I'm in. I close the laptop and finish my coffee. Life's moved on. I've moved on. Diana's a closed chapter. One I'll never reopen. I stand up, grab my jacket, and walk out into the sunlight. I never looked back, and I never will. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you really like our videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.